Shabbat Shalom. My name is Matt Napper. I'm with Beit Shalom Messianic Congregation. We're starting a new series called Storytellers. All through the Bible, the history of Israel has been that Israel is to tell their story. When we look at the Exodus in the Scriptures, we see that the Exodus is told to us so that we can tell it as if it's our own story. And the same with the gospel message of the New Testament with Yeshua. So we can also forward that message by telling our own personal stories of God's interaction in our personal lives. We then add to the gospel, we add to the Exodus, we add to the story of the Bible by saying, this is the work that God has continued to do. So this Shabbat, we're starting with the Ham family, and they have plenty of stories to tell about God's interaction in their life. And so welcome, Hams. Tell us about your story this week.
Thank you. We talked about which out of our many stories we would talk about, and I think our most significant one would be just our initial introduction to Torah, which was seven years ago. Yeah. And so when we first came to know that there was more to our walk, it was a shock because both of us have grown up in church our whole life.
Both had parents that would do Bible study with us and, try to lead us.
Yeah. And so we understood Scripture, we understood, studying Scripture, but, we were missing this little piece. And so my brother Nathan, he came to us and told us that, hey, there's some more that we should be doing. We should be keeping God's commandments, like in the Old Testament. And of course, our family, we're good debaters, and we love Scripture, so we all, hit the mats and started studying and arguing. And so eventually Nate was like, okay, hey, so studying with Matt Napper. And so we were like, what? Matt Napper? Because Matt Napper, we grew up with Matt, and Matt, when we were growing up with Matt, his main
Well, Matt, she's talking about me. She's talking like I'm not here. She's
Yeah.
referring to the years I was a heathen.
Yes, and so we were aware of his heathen years and walked through some of that with him. And so it was a shock to hear that Matt was studying this way, and of course you're going, well, this is so foreign from what we knew. So could it even be true? And then here's Matt, he's basically a young believer compared to our family. And we're like, I don't know about all this. So Matt has his work cut out because not only did he go head to head with the whole Hall family, there's 6 of us. There's me, and then I have 5 younger brothers and various ones that are married. And so we all discuss and talk and have Bible study regularly together. And so Matt had to come into the lion's den kind of, and which is fair when you say. So he had to come in and discuss with us the finer points of why we should keep all of God's commandments. And so he had a hard job. So Nate had already believed that this is true, this is accurate, and probably had it been any other Hall sibling, it might not have carried the same weight, but Nate is very measured and logical. And so for him to believe this was amazing. And then we go and talk with Matt, and Matt has scripture after scripture after scripture that he is answering our concerns with. So as we're debating, Matt, every time, it was just like how Yeshua answered, the devil. As every time the devil's had things that, well, you could say that, well, then Yeshua says, well, the word says this. So every time Matt comes back with, well, Scripture says this, Scripture says this. Had it been anything else other than Scripture, we would hear the same way. Yeah, we wouldn't have. I mean, it wouldn't matter. Because over the years, our family has gone to many different churches, and we've left because we went, it's doesn't line up with Scripture. So then, if it doesn't line up with Scripture, why are we doing this? And so Matt had some key pieces, with Matt and Nate, and us really probably a year and a half, 2 years walking through things, and really you should see the book of Galatians in my Bible from the chunk of time that Matt spent with us studying is we just went over and over and over it and hashed it out. And it was good. It was good. And so that completely transformed our life, and we wouldn't change. We wouldn't go back at all, because we learned off of Scripture that this was the truth, and this is what Yeshua did, and this is what his Father said to do, and it's changed us forever. Our whole family.
Absolutely. It's changed the way our life is going and the direction, and it's just a wonderful experience of being the true Word of God.
And it was clear to y'all at the time that it was God himself working through your life, not anybody else.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because, I mean, God chose something that was, like, we knew your past life. We knew Nathan. We knew all of us had our stories, and only God and his Word could have opened our eyes and gone, no, this is the truth, and this is going to change us forever. You know, you were just the catalyst for it, you know, by you being obedient and not being afraid to constantly say, no, the Word of God says this, the Word of God says this. And that changed everything, because you can't argue with Scripture. You know, you can't argue with it. It's the truth or it's not. So.
That's right. Well, thank you for sharing. We hope that you out there were encouraged by the story. Let us know what you think, and let us know what your story is. We hope you have a great Shabbat, and Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.